Hello, everybody. I was told there is a swamp monster on this swamp trail. It has a story, and I think it's stroller and wheelchair friendly, but I'm not sure. That's why I'm here to check it out. Okay, let's take a walk. Oh, the leaves are still so pretty. Onward, swamp trail this way. Okay. There's a Puget Power Trail right there. I think I did that one too with the Shy Gals. I'm not sure. I've got to ask her. Okay, this is Zoe and the Swamp Monster. Self-guided adventure, 0.3 miles. So far it looks wide enough for strollers and whatnot. Swamp trail, open to hiking all year. Closed to other use. Swamp trail, big tree trail, 0.7. Okay, let's take a look. It is November, and I want to say it's like 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, November 10th. Okay, so let's take a peek and see what this adventure is about. I would say this is not stroller friendly. Too many rocks and roots and different things, but it's definitely kid friendly and plus size hike friendly. There is black bear sightings. Notice at the trailhead in the parking lot, so just keep your wits about you. Okay, onward. This is a self-guided tour. Let's take a look at what the sign says. Truth or dare? Saba the raccoon asked Annie the chickadee. Dare, she replied. I dare you to eat a baby slug. Yuck, said Annie. Saba handed Annie the slug. She quickly choked down the slimy slug. Truth or dare? Stephen the raven chanted to Zoe the raccoon. Zoe stuttered, dare? Stephen, the bully of the crowd, always gave the most embarrassing and hardest dares. I dare you, Stephen, to go into the middle of the swamp and spend the night there. Everyone gasped in fear. The rumors of the evil swamp monster. Zoe ran home to grab her backpack. That's pretty cute. Another sign. Zoe hiked to the edge of the swamp trail. Her tiny paws were shaking with fear. Suddenly, she heard some pounding, shaking the entire boardwalk. She just reached a herd of children and ran toward her. She jumped off the boardwalk into the pond. Let's see what this says. Into the pudding-like mud of the swamp. She ran through the swamp, avoiding sticks, rocks, and fallen trees. Zoe heard loud screams, thunder through the air. Was it the swamp monster? I don't know. Oh, another sign. Just as Zoe could no longer hear strange noises, she realized she was lost. Drip, drip, drip. Zoe looked up onto the cloudy sky and saw it was starting to rain. She looked around the shelter, spotted a hole halfway up the tree. Zoe climbed the hole and found it and filled it with leaves. She lay down. She saw a small paw. She rolled around and saw a squirrel. Hi, my name is Doug, the Douglas squirrel. Hello, my name is Zoe. Do you know the way back to the dry forest? Ha, of course I do, said Doug, but let's get something to eat first. Zoe ate some salmon berries. Doug ate some seeds from the fir cone, and both arrived back to the snag with full stomachs. Just as they were about to go inside, Doug looked down and saw a fresh pile of small bones. Look, he pointed to Zoe. Zoe looked down at the bones, and they both looked up the tree. Great horned owl perched on a branch above them. More to the story. The great bird leaped off the branch and swooped screaming down in a blinding speed. Eek! Zoe screamed as Doug pushed her out of the way. That was too close, Doug said. Let's keep running and find somewhere to hide. We're gonna be owl pellets in about 12 hours. Zoe looked over her shoulder and saw the owl grab small deer mouse and fly away. I'm thirsty. Let's get a drink from... Oops, I forgot. It's Doug saying, I'm thirsty. Let's get a drink from the stream ahead, Doug said, as they reached the water's edge. Hello, a deep voice cracked. Okay, this is really cute, little stories. Okay. Doug, I just heard the swamp monster, Zoe whispered fearfully. Zoe froze and her eyes widened in fear as she heard another croaking noise and then a huge splash. I think I heard the swamp monster, Doug. There was another splash and Zoe screamed, Shh, Doug said calmly. There's no such thing as a swamp monster, Zoe. I think the swamp is most peaceful on Tiger Mountain. These noises are scary to you because they are new to you. Okay, then who just said hello and splashed, Zoe said. Me, said the croaking voice. I'm Lex, the Pacific Horse Frog, and I thank you kindly if you please be quiet. As we're both getting a drink, Doug explained, we are just sorry for disturbing you, but we are very tired because we have run a long way. Oh, well, if you need a place to rest for the night, I know a fox named Aaron who has a large den, Lex offered. I think it would be fine with her if you stayed there. Aaron was happy to have company for the night, and Zoe and Doug were happy to finally be warm and safe. And all three had a restful night until they woke up to the sound of slithering noises. This is really cute and pretty. This is just outside Issaquah, next to the I-90. Okay, let's continue our story. This way, onward. Here's where all the power lines are, but you can see how pretty the trees are and an open area. All the ferns. Okay, onward. More of the trail. Full of trees. I don't see any swamp monsters. I'm keeping my lookout. Lots of power lines. My search for shoes keeps going. I'm actually seeing a foot doctor either in December or next year. Okay, we cross paths for another trail again. Swamp trail. That way. Big tree. Whatever happened to the snake? I thought it was a snake. Huh. I guess we don't have a ending to our story. Okay. I guess we can use our imagination. Big Tree Trail. I know this one isn't that long. Oh. Okay, I dropped something, so I'll have to stop and pick that up. Oh, did the snake eat Zoe and her friend Doug? Uh-oh. Well, I don't know if that's a good story. A good kid's story. I didn't see any other posts to finish it, and this is a different trail, but it's not very long. Anyway, it's still lovely. I'm thankful for it not raining right this second. All the leaves are very nice and pretty and almost done shedding. And this trail is just right outside of Issaquah on I-90 on exit 20. I think it's called High Point exit. Anyway, I think it's lovely. But sometimes there's not a pretty view or a waterfall. Sometimes it's just about getting out, walking around with your family, and really reading stories. I like all the moss. Okay, onward. I like all the trees here. A nice walkway. I don't see any swamp monsters. Favorite old tree in Issaquah. Oldest tree on Tiger Mountain, I guess. It goes way up there. It is pretty. I don't know if it's swampy. This is a very nice little trail. Okay, onward. Oh, we just got out of High Point Trailhead. 1.2 miles is that way. And then Ruth Knees and Big Tree Trails behind me. And look at all these pretty leaves and trees. So green. There's a sign there. I wonder why it's over there. Huh. Wonder what happened to Douglas and Zoe. What a creepy little story. I love it though. Makes you use your imagination. Okay, onward. It's really pretty. That's a steep ravine right there. Look at that. It's like way down there. And the freeway's right there. So you could roll down the hill and be road pizza. Or get eaten by the swamp monster. Okay, onward. I can almost not see the trail. Seems like everybody's going the opposite direction of me. which is nice. Okay, onward. Look how cute these mushrooms are. Where you're going, Tanya? Isn't that cute? Adorable. Little mushroom. Hello. Cute. Snake, Doug stuttered. Doug and Zoe froze. They had no idea where to go and what to do. What you mean, my friend Cora, Gardner's thing? Aaron the fox asked Zoe. Nice to meet you, Cora hissed. My name is Zoe. My friend is Doug. And we are here to back to my home in the forest. That sounds like fun. Can I go with you, Cora asked. Sure, Doug and Zoe replied. It was dawn when Doug and Zoe and Aaron and Cora started on their journey, and they had just reached the boardwalk when the voice said, Hey, where do you think you're going? And her story continues. Saba, Zoe cried. It was her best friend, Saba the raccoon. Where have you been? Everyone's been looking for you, said Saba. Hey, everyone, I found Zoe, Saba announced. Everyone gathered around to greet Zoe. She introduced her friends. After a small reunion, Zoe's parents led the swamp and the forest animals back to Zoe's home in the forest. They had a huge feast with lots of delicious foods. After the party quieted down, Zoe, Doug, Cora, Annie, Saba, Aaron, Lex, and Steven slipped away. It's my turn, Zoe said. Truth or dare, Stefan? Dare, Stefan boldly replied. So there's the end of our story. Well, I'm glad that they ended on a happy note, and we found the rest of the trail. Onward to the car. This is a great walkway. I'm glad we found the end of our story. So that was amazing. It's a great hike, full of twists and turns, literally. I thought the trail was over. So now is the conclusion of best walk ever. I'm so glad I found that last sign, and all the trails loop around, which is really nice, really fun. Thank you for watching.
Feel your electric, but again,